Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's head outside and take a look outside our weather window. And another nice day today. It was a little breezy at times, a few more clouds than yesterday. Boy, 47 yesterday. And we were awfully close to that once again today. Beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Local-Tel Sky-Fi tower camera. And we can expect as we move into tonight a weak storm system moving through. This snow plows that will be busy overnight tonight on area mountain passes. If you are traveling over Snoqualmie or Stevens tonight or into the early morning hours of Tuesday, probably going to want to run into some winter driving conditions, so be very careful out there. And we'll have your complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A former Chelan resort manager is charged with 9 felony counts for allegedly funneling money from the business to relatives and friends. A fire destroyed a Moses Lake home yesterday morning. And a car crash on Highway 2 caused the roadway to be blocked for over 2 hours last Friday. But first, our top story tonight. Scarlet Cron will reign over the 2023 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. The Wenatchee High School senior was selected Saturday at the royalty selection pageant at Numerica Performing Arts Center. And you watch that right here live on the NCW Life channel. You can find full coverage of the pageant on our website at ncwlife.com or on our Facebook page. Here was the scene as Queen Scarlet in her royal court got the good news.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Dylan Schmitten.
We now present to you Princess Natalie Pearson.
The 104th Queen to reign over the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, the winner of a $10,000 scholarship, Her Royal Highness, Queen Scarlet Cron.
There's so many people that I need to thank tonight, and I don't have enough time or composure to do so right now, but please come find me after. But I need to thank my mom for teaching me compassion and poise before I was being judged on it, and for all of these girls, because they're amazing. And for everyone here, I'm all great. I love Wenatchee. Thank you.
Switching gears now, a former Chelan resort manager is charged with 9 felony counts for allegedly funneling money from the business to relatives and friends. 38-year-old Dennis Jonathan Sullivan left the Chelan County Regional Justice Center on Friday on $25,000 bail 3 days after his arrest. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies say while he oversaw Windermere Vacation Rentals, Sullivan added 5 people to the payroll who did not work there and then paid salary to 2 employees for months after they left the business. The alleged scheme cost the enterprise more than $170,000. Sullivan is charged with first-degree theft, leading organized crime, and 7 counts of money laundering. He faces arraignment in Superior Court on Wednesday. Well, a fire destroyed a Moses Lake home on Sunday morning. A call to a house fire on the 6,000 block of Road N Northeast in rural Moses Lake came in about 10 a.m. Grant County Fire District 5 and other agencies responded to the 2-story structure that was burning overhead. The fire was under control around noon. All occupants made it out of the home, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. A car crash on Highway 2 caused the roadway to be blocked for over 2 hours last Friday. Washington State Patrol said a Rivian R1T driven by Heather Brodeur of Bellevue was traveling northbound on Mill Creek Road when it ran a stop sign and entered the eastbound lane. A Volkswagen Touareg driven by Gavril Gysi of Sacramento, California was traveling eastbound on Highway 2 and struck the Rivian. Brodeur was treated for injuries at the scene and Gysi was uninjured. The roadway was reopened shortly after 5 p.m. Well, when we come back, a longtime local teacher and administrator is one of 3 finalists to become the Wenatchee School District's new superintendent. The Washington Department of Ecology has fined 2 Grant County ranchers more than $260,000. We'll tell you why. Douglas County and the Wenatchee Reclamation District are partnering to replace 2 canal bridges in one East Wenatchee neighborhood. And a bill headed this week to the Washington Senate's Ways and Means Committee would require labor and industries to adopt and oversee minimum staffing standards for hospitals around the state. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
At Prestige Senior Living, we celebrate life at every age. From our cognitive and fall reduction programs to our focus on life enrichment and wellness, we help our residents maintain independence while nurturing mind, body, and spirit. Residents also enjoy a wide variety of amenities and services, including restaurant quality dining, housekeeping, a full calendar of events, and so much more. To learn more or to schedule a tour, visit us at prestigecare.com or call the number on your screen. We can't wait to show you around.
Welcome back. In another news, a longtime local teacher and administrator is one of 3 finalists to become the Wenatchee School District's new superintendent. Corey Kalahar was named today alongside 1 Washington educator and 1 from South Carolina as possible replacements for former Superintendent Paul Gordon. The 3 were selected after a national search by an outside consulting firm. Kalahar is currently the Assistant Executive Director of Learning and Teaching for the Wenatchee School District, where he's worked for 24 years. Fellow candidate Nicholas Wade is the superintendent of a school district in West Columbia, South Carolina. Tavis Peterson is currently in his 5th year as the Assistant Superintendent of the Wapato School District. The public is invited to meet each finalist during moderated forums taking place on February 21st, 23rd, and 27th. And those times are 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Wenatchee High School Commons. The Washington Department of Ecology has fined 2 Grant County ranchers more than $260,000 for allegedly illegally damaging 23 alkali wetlands. Ecology fined Wade and Teresa King, owners of King Ranch, after determining 22 alkali wetlands were damaged between January and April of 2021 after King Ranch excavated deep pools within a shallow wetland. A 23rd location was discovered in 2022, and 18 of the damaged wetlands are on leased state-owned land, 2 on federal land, and 3 on private land owned by King Ranch. An administrative order, in addition to the penalty, requires the restoration of the 3 damaged wetlands on their property and requires King Ranch to provide access through their land for the restoration on state lands. King Ranch has 30 days to pay the fine or appeal the penalty to the Pollution Control Hearings Board. Douglas County and the Wenatchee Reclamation District are partnering to replace 2 canal bridges in one East Wenatchee neighborhood. The work began today in the area of South Mary Avenue and South Nancy Avenue. That's between 8th Street Southeast and Rock Island Road. Both Mary and Nancy will be closed to through traffic in those areas while the work is ongoing, and detour routes will be set up to get traffic around the construction zones. The project is expected to last through March 31st. Well, a bill headed this week to the Washington Senate Ways and Means Committee would require labor and industries to adopt and oversee minimum staffing standards for hospitals around the state. Hospital nurses, including Jasmine Hutchinson from Wenatchee, says they've had to endure long hours with no breaks and no relief due to understaffing, and it's hurting the care they're able to provide to patients.
Nursing has a staffing crisis right now, and nurses are burnt out and they're leaving the profession and the field in droves, and the reason they're not coming back is because the standards are unsafe and we're not able to provide the care that we were trained for and the care that makes us so proud to be nurses. And it doesn't matter how much money is involved in wages, it really is about the quality care you can provide to patients, and without safe staffing standards we can't provide that care, and it just doesn't feel worth it.
You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Please stay with us.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bob File Boats and Motors. Now's the time of year to upgrade your boat from a new motor, a bow mount, installing a state-of-the-art GPS fish finder, or just fixing your trailer lights. Make your appointment today. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. Spend more time on the water and less time at the shore. Get ready for summer fun now at Bob File Boats and Motors.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Last week, we told you about a set of bills in the state legislature that would cut back a farm worker's ability to collect overtime pay. Farm laborers stand to earn overtime after 40 hours a week starting next year, and growers say that could force them to cut back their hours on the job. In tonight's feature story, the Senate version of that bill, sponsored by Senator Chris King, got a hearing on Thursday, and those giving testimony, including North Central Washington growers and farm workers.
When you think about farming, farmers don't control the weather. Farmers don't control the prices that they get for the products that they produce. We need to do something. We can't. They don't control. You think about a product on a tree, and all of a sudden the weather gets warm and that fruit starts to ripen. They have a short period of time to get that fruit off of those trees to salvage their season that they've worked on all year long. So that's what this bill addresses, is allowing a farmer to have seasonality, 12 weeks at 50 hours before overtime kicks in.
I came to the U.S. with my parents when I was just 5 months old. My dad had been in Eastern Washington as a farm worker before my mom and I came to the U.S. And he has now been a farm worker for over 25 years. My entire life, I grew up in Okanagan County around apple orchards and apple picking farm workers. When I went away to college, every time I would visit my hometown, my parents and the people they worked with asked me to explain how it was that they didn't get paid overtime because they didn't understand. They didn't understand why some of the most essential workers who contribute so greatly to our state's economy were paid the least and didn't receive overtime. Farm workers are not only essential to our state's economy, but to every single one of us as human beings who need food to eat.
The overtime legislation has had a really negative effect on us. especially with the high cost of living nowadays. 40 hours is just not enough. That's why I support this bill. And I'm here to ask you for your help. We want to work. We want those hours. We need those hours.
I do want to clarify, there's no limit on the number of hours per se, just simply that after you work 40 hours, then overtime pay starts. So just to clarify.
My employees and I work to farm as efficiently as possible while producing the highest quality of fruits without spending more to produce the fruits than the market will pay. This goal is becoming more and more difficult, and it can be an insurmountable barrier when the phase-in of overtime is concerned. Labor accounts for 60%, and a 50% increase is it's tough. It's tough to pass along.
All right, let's turn to weather now and take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your weekend was a good one. Beautiful weather. Boy, yesterday 47 for Super Bowl Sunday. Today almost a carbon copy. A few more clouds out there and a little more wind too on our Monday. But yeah, 47 degrees unofficially our high today. That's 6 degrees above where we should be for this time of year at 41. Our record 59, and that was set in 1971. 28 our low this morning, pretty much in check with where we should be for this time of year at 27. And 13 our record cold, set back in 2019. Sunrise now at 7:09 and the sun sets at 5:21. Taking a peek now at your Tuesday temperatures. Things will cool back just a few degrees as we get you into Tuesday. The good news about tomorrow, we're going to see more sunshine. 45 in Moses Lake, 44s for Ephrata and Quincy, 43 in Wenatchee, also down in Ellensburg, and then some low 40s around Leavenworth, Eniat, Chelan, and right at 40 degrees for you folks in Omak, Tonasket, and Okanagan. Tonight we can expect mostly cloudy skies, just a tiny area of low pressure right here in northwest Washington, bringing us those clouds, breezy conditions. We're a little windy throughout the day, even breezier tonight, and boy, that travel across the Cascades going to be a little bit tricky overnight, so be very careful. For Tuesday, here comes that ridge of high pressure. It's building out in the Pacific. That's going to make for a sunny day tomorrow. It's going to be mild with high temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Should be a beautiful one on Tuesday. For Wednesday, mostly sunny, just slightly cooler. Our ridge is in place over us, but some cooler air will slide in. We're talking not much cooler. Highs in the upper 30s for our midweek Wednesday. Getting into Thursday then, mostly cloudy skies. Here's an area of low pressure that's kind of sliding down the west coast. Our ridge is still off the picture here, but it's still there. That low pressure won't do a whole lot except bring some clouds for Thursday. By Friday, high pressure back in control. Mostly sunny with highs in the low 40s. Beautiful way to end our work week. And then this weekend, at least Saturday is going to be a really nice day. Mostly cloudy skies. We will see highs in the mid 40s. Might even see some sunshine in the afternoon for Saturday. So really not bad. And then by Sunday, boy, we are in for a windy day for Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies. It will continue to be mild. In fact, even a little bit warmer with those winds. We'll see highs on Sunday in the mid to upper 40s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. And tonight we'll drop down to a low of 25 degrees. So the next couple of nights, some cooler overnight lows than we've seen lately. 43 with sun tomorrow, 23 the low, and then some cooler days on both Wednesday and Thursday. We're talking mainly upper 30s, and then kicking off our weekend, really nice for Friday and Saturday, low to mid 40s, and then those winds move in on Sunday with mostly cloudy skies, high temperature then 47 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCW Life Evening News continues right after this.
NCW Life Channel is your home for local sports with the Wenatchee Panthers at East Platte Wildcats right here. Coverage brought to you by Abby's Pizza, BioSports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mark, and Together for You. Follow all the action right here on the NCW Life channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs mounted a second-half comeback to win Super Bowl 57, 38-35 over the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday. Trailing 24-14 at half, Mahomes shook off having his ankle injury re-aggravated to throw 2 touchdown passes and put the Chiefs in a position to win. Harrison Butker hit a 27-yard field goal with 8 seconds left to give KC their second Super Bowl win in 4 years. Mahomes, the game's MVP. Well, the Seattle Kraken snapped a 3-game losing streak Sunday with a 4-3 win in Philadelphia. After falling behind early, Jordan Eberle found the back of the net to get Seattle's offense going as the Kraken added to it and held on for the win.
Here's Konechny dropping it back. DeAngelo lost it. Open ice for McCann. He's got other players coming. He's waiting for them. The pass to Eberle, and he scores. And that's just what we were talking about. It was there, but he lost it. Back the other way, Tolman. With a shot, he scores. 2 terrible giveaways by the Flyers, leading directly to Kraken goals. It's 2-1 Seattle. Going all the way across for Frost. Frost had to gather them out. Puck now, Tippett, the quick shot. They score! Frost circling behind, put his stick up. Pass across ice to Eberle for the shot. Blocked. Rebound tipped by the Flyers and DeAngelo just before Schwartz could get there for a shot. Now Eberle has it back. And the pass blocked. Second try got it through, and Schwartz scores. And the puck comes to the near side, dug loose by Morgan. Morgan will drop it off. The pass to Schwartz, and he scores! Wow, Jaden Schwartz quickly getting rid of that shot. Beats Sandstrom. Bounces past Brown, then he gets it back from McCann, and then he lost it again. He'll just wind up in flat and score! Just as they draw it up. To Hayes across. DeAngelo wide. Fires. Bucked in front. Tippett digging away. They swat at it. It's still loose. Comes free. And it's cleared all the way down at the empty net and wide by Beniers. It'll be icing. Flyers win the draw. The shot by Hayes blocked. And Hayes didn't see where the puck went. Beniers gets to it and didn't get it down the ice. One last chance. Tippett moves it to the middle of that. Reeves, he waits. He fires. Blocked. Bounces out. Tippett a shot. Blocked. And it goes out to center, and that's how it'll end.
What a game, huh? Coach Dave Haxtell says the game plan going in was to get out early on a team playing hockey on back-to-back nights.
For the first 2 periods, we did what we wanted to do against a team playing, for their second game in 2 days. That's what you have to do. You have to try to play quick. You have to try to make them defend as much as you can. And we did that. Like I said, we stopped playing a little bit, and give them a little bit of credit too. They stepped up and they pushed. At the end of the day, for us, it's a good win. Some things that we got to take and we got to take and fix a little bit in that third period.
Seattle wraps up the 5-game road trip tomorrow at 5 o'clock in Winnipeg. Well, the Wenatchee Wild went 1-1 over the weekend in BCHL play. Wenatchee had an early lead Friday but couldn't hold on in a 7-4 defeat to Nanaimo. Scoring goals for the Wild were Alexios Georgaklis, Christian Kim, Cade Littler, and Damon Bickler. Saturday went more the Wild's way with a 6-3 win over Coquitlam. Cade Littler scored twice, while Micah Berger, Jason Stefanik, Parker Murray, and Ian Somoza all found the back of the net. Wenatchee's back home at the Town Toyota Center this weekend against the Cranbrook Bucks, 7:05 on Friday. Saturday, 6:05. Well, let's check the Les Schwab college basketball scoreboard from the weekend. Started on Friday for the women as the Huskies fell to Utah 92-69. Washington State came up short to Colorado. On Saturday, Idaho beat Eastern Washington 88-64. Gonzaga topped Portland 63-53. Washington State fell to Utah yesterday, while Colorado topped Washington 65-43. In men's college basketball Saturday, Eastern Washington improved to 13-0 in the Big Sky with a 73-66 win over Idaho. Gonzaga beat BYU 88-81, and Washington State topped Washington 56-51. Well, the stage for MAC Classic now set after regional wrestling action over the weekend. Wenatchee's Evan Burdan is the only local wrestler to capture a regional championship in the 4A at 195 pounds. Sunnyside took the regional team title with the Panthers 4th, Moses Lake 5th, and Eastmont 8th. Moses Lake had 3 ladies and regional champions, winning the team title at Hanford High School over the weekend. Advancing to MAC Classic as regional champs are Ashley Diana Naranjo at 115 pounds, pounds, Reese Prescott at 120, and Bianca Johnson at 130 pounds. CWAC did well at the Region 4 2A tournament at East Valley High School in Spokane. Othello took first, Ellensburg second. Regional champions included Ellensburg's Francisco Ayala at 152 pounds and Logan Stolen at 170. Ephrata's Houston Sager topped the podium at 160 pounds. Deer Park hosted the Region 4 1A wrestling tournament and took first place over Omak and Lakeside 9 Mile Falls. Regional champions included Quincy's Saeed Alvarez at 106 pounds and David Medina at 220. Omak had 3 regional champs and Daryl Nanpuya at 132 pounds, Caden Johnson at 145, and Noah Big Boy Gibble at 285. Royal took the team title at the Region 4 1B, 2B, 1A, 2A girls tournament. Ephrata was second, Quincy third. Local regional champions included Cascades' Maya Herrera at 105 pounds, Okanagan's Afton Wood at 120 pounds, and Sarah Hamilton at 125. Quincy's Michelle Acevedo was first at 130 pounds. Ephrata's Katie McMullen first at 140 pounds. Congratulations. Well, let's go to the high school basketball scores from the weekend. First in the District 6 1B boys tournament. It was Riverside Christian downing Entiat 61-46. Moses Lake Christian beat Soap Lake. Coming up tomorrow at Wenatchee High School, Entiat faces Soap Lake in a loser-out game at 8:15 in the small gym, while Riverside Christian and Moses Lake Christian play for the district title in the big gym. District 6 2B girls tournament. Bridgeport beat Liberty Bell 55-52. Brewster took third with a 50-38 win over Tonasket. Okanagan crushed Lake Roosevelt for the district title 80-39. On the final day of the District 6 2B boys tournament, Tonasket ended Manson's season. Okanagan took third with a 57-48 win over Liberty Bell, and Lake Roosevelt edged Brewster 62-61 for the district championship. Cashmere won its 9th straight District 6 1A girls championship Friday with a 53-44 win over Omak at Wenatchee High School. Chelan ended Quincy's season Saturday 41-33. The Goats will face Omak for a last chance to move on tomorrow night at 7:30. Omak is the District 6 1A boys champions after a 71-52 win over Quincy Friday. On Saturday, Chelan took overtime to oust Cashmere 79-69. Quincy will host Chelan in a battle for second. That's tomorrow at 7:30. The Big 9 district, or make that the regular season for the Big 9, came to an end over the weekend. On Friday, in the girls, West Valley beat Eastmont 53-40. Sunnyside down Wenatchee 70-33. Saturday, Eastmont bounced back for a 45-37 win over Moses Lake, while Eisenhower topped Wenatchee. Eastmont will play at Ike in a district play-in game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. On the boys' side, Friday, West Valley topped Eastmont 71-56. Eamon Monahan, congratulations, 1,000 points in his career. Wenatchee upset Sunnyside 52-47. Wildcats bounced back for an 82-65 win over Moses Lake on Saturday. Wenatchee won its season finale over Ike 54-44. Moses Lake will play at Sunnyside tomorrow at 6 for a district play-in game. Eastmont will host Wenatchee. We will have that live here on the NCW Live channel. We'll stream it on Facebook at 6. We'll have it a little delayed on TV at 6:30. That's a look at sports news. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.